Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my entire fake tan routine for you. I thought I would vlog and document how I fake tan, how I remove my tan, hence why I am naked right now, because I'm just about to take off my old fake tan and show you how I do that and basically take you through the entire process of what I use, what my favorite products are. So if you're interested in seeing that, please keep watching. So the first product I'm going to use is this Bondi Sands Self Tan Eraser. This is the best invention ever. If you get stubborn tan that just doesn't want to come off your skin, this breaks down that tan and helps you exfoliate it off so much easier, so that way we can, you know, re-tan within a day, which is awesome. My tan's just a bit patchy. I'll show you a bit of a video right now, but it's kind of gone a little bit scaly. It's starting to look not so great, and I also have another photo shoot coming up this weekend, so I need to have a fresh tan for that. So I'm going to first apply this all over my body and let it sit for literally like half an hour. It says keep it on for about 5 minutes, but I usually leave it on for about 20 to 30 minutes to actually give it time to properly work. I feel like you actually do need to leave it on for a lot longer than it suggests, but it does really help you get your tan off. So that is going to be my first step. Please excuse the terrible bathroom lighting and the sound of the exhaust fan. I can't turn the fan off without turning the light off. So I'm just gonna do my best to show you in this really bright light. So I'm gonna take my tan eraser and I use my hands to apply it. You just pump a couple pumps out of the foam, and then you literally can just put this all over your body. And I do quite a lot of it as well. I prefer to have more rather than less. So once I've got like a decent amount on, I will do my entire body, and then I'll also wash off my hands, because I feel like it does kind of burn my hands a little bit if you leave it on. It is quite like strong, so I don't want to burn myself or make my skin really irritated. So I usually just wash it off my hands once I'm done with that. Okay, I have my very sexy shower cap and headband on because I'm about to get in the bath. While the tan remover sets in, I will try and either clean the house. I just did some vacuuming, or I'll sit at the edge of my bathtub and just watch YouTube videos just to kill about 30 minutes. And I will also run the bath. So that is my biggest trick to really getting some tan off when I really need to be just like pure white again. I will soak in the bath after I've done the fake tan eraser. I'll use some body scrubs and some oils to really start breaking down that dead layer of skin. Okay, I'm in my bath. So there is a little bit of argan oil in my bath to help break up that top layer of skin, and I also use a couple of body scrubs. So number one, I like to use this Soap and Glory Flake Away. This one smells really beautiful. It's nice and sweet and delicious smelling. And I also use this Pro Tan Get Buffed pre-tan body scrub. So I'll use a combination of whatever I'm feeling, and I also like to use a couple of tan remover mitts, which are just these really scratchy kind of material. This one's from Model Co. This one is from Loving Tan. They all kind of do the same thing. You basically start to scrub your skin with once it has soaked in the bath for a little while. You guys don't even want to see the color of my bath water. I'll warn you, it looks pretty foul. Make sure you always shower after you have the bath. The bath is essentially there to basically soften all of that outer layer of your skin, and having that additional oil in the bath water will also help break down that layer of skin and that tan. But the key is using body scrubs and oils and things like that are all great when you're trying to get off the tan. But if you leave that oil on your skin and then you try and put tan over the top, it will not stick. So what you have to do is shower, use a normal body wash, something that's going to get rid of any oils that are on the top layer of your skin. So that way I'm super fresh, super clean. You can see how pale and white and pink I am now. And I'm going to actually let my skin have a little bit of a breather. So I'm going to give it, say, an hour or two. Preferably you would do this the day before you want to tan. However, I am on a time crunch, so I'm going to do it today. But giving your skin a little bit of a break between exfoliating the crap out of it and re-tanning will definitely improve the texture of your skin and will improve the longevity of your tan as well. So right now my skin is completely clean. It has no products on it anymore. So I'm going to put a little bit of moisturizer on my elbows and my knees and my hands, because those areas tend to be drier and they end up going a little bit darker with the tan. Oh, and I'm going to do my ankles as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of moisturizer on those areas, and then we are going to let that soak in for like an hour or two. Okay, it's been about an hour since I last updated you. The moisturizer has well and truly soaked in, and I'm definitely nice and dry as well. So now I'm going to move on to actually tanning. So the mousse that I have been using lately is the Le Tan Uber Dark Green Base. I am so obsessed with this tan. I have never had a different tan make me darker than this one makes me, and the green base always makes me look like a really nice color. I've also tried the ash base and I did not like it. I don't think I suit ashy based tans. You might, there's also a bunch of other colors like a violet base as well, but I prefer the green one because I like that proper kind of warm fake tan look. I don't really like a natural tan. I want it to be obvious that I have a fake tan on. So this one is my go-to favorite. I think it actually makes me darker than any of my other spray tans, and I do have a spray tan machine which I do use occasionally to literally spray myself, and no, none of those ultra dark tans ever make me as dark as this one does. So I'm going to put this on with any tanning mitt. I don't care what brand it is, they all kind of do the same thing. So I'm going to put this on and show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to take about 3 pumps, and I'm going to start with my legs first and actually work my way up. So the reason you want to start on your legs is so that when you're bending over, you don't get tan creases on your stomach. So I've just done my legs. I always tan in between my toes. I tan my entire feet. Some people will avoid their feet altogether or just kind of like glide the tan over the top of their feet, but I prefer just to be dark everywhere. So I do actually go like in between my toes, all along like the sides of my feet as well, sometimes on the bottom a little bit as well, just so that way everything's nice and even. And now I'm going to do my stomach and butt and back and all of those. I'm trying my best not to flash, but I do tan my back. You just have to be very kind of flexible and kind of go in all different directions. I never have a partner around or anything like that to help me, so I always do it myself. So I'm going to use about 2 to 3 pumps all over my arms, and I then use whatever's left over on my hands. So I tan my entire hands as well, and I just use what's left over on the mitt, and I just literally go between all my fingers and really just like rub it in there, because I would rather have tan hands than have those weird white palms. And finally, I'm going to just do a tiny bit on my face because I like to be tan underneath my foundation, so that way it blends in a little bit better and it just makes your skin look a little bit more even when you're not wearing any makeup, and I need that. And my trick to making sure my hands don't actually overdevelop too much is just put a little bit more moisturizer on my hands and just rub it in. Yes, now that the tan is on, it might move the tan around a little bit, but I find if you give it like 30 seconds, the tan kind of dries a little bit, and then I just moisturize my fingers and my hands, and it just, I don't know, it just makes them look a little bit more natural. and kind of spreads the tan out so you don't get those funny little lines in between your knuckles. It seems to work out just fine. Okay, so now I am nice and dark and I've got the guide color on. I'm going to leave this on for as long as possible, preferably overnight. I usually like to sleep in it. I might even do that today, even though I'm tanning really early, just to give it some extra time to kind of develop. And when you wash it off, the guide color does come off, so you end up a little bit lighter, but then I feel like it progressively gets darker and darker again over the course of, you know, another day. Second day tan is perfect. So right now it is Thursday and I have my shoot on Saturday, so it should be perfect for Saturday. My biggest tips when you're tanning yourself is to use long strokes so that way the tan glides all over. I really like this uber dark one because it does have a really silky feeling when you're putting it on, so you feel like it kind of blends really easily. I just really enjoy the application of it. The other biggest rules when it comes to fake tan is do not get wet for as long as possible. Do not wear tight clothes. I prefer not to wear those like silk roby things because they actually do kind of move your tan around and kind of mess it up. So try and wear something like a loose cotton oversized t-shirt, something that's not going to transfer. My personal preference is to stay naked for as long as possible, so that way your tan actually has time to develop on your skin and set in before you put clothes on. So I prefer to just kind of hang around my net house naked and, you know, do some housework, watch some TV, I don't know, just anything that I can do where I'm kind of just like standing and air drying. I'm usually like standing in my lounge room just like starfishing watching TV for as long as possible. Or I have like a onesie that I like to sleep in as well if I'm going to sleep in my tan, because then I don't get tan all over our bed sheets, which is always nice. So guys, it is the next day. I've washed off my tan and this is the final result. It's just a really nice warm color. I just really like it. As you can see, my face is actually a lot lighter, and even though I put the same amount of tan on my face, that's just what happens when you clean your skin every day and you cleanse your skin properly. You get rid of the tan constantly. So you can see the difference between my hand and my face color. It is quite extreme. So to maintain some of that color in my face, I use these Isle of Paradise dark self-tanning drops. I got these from Mecca, and basically they just have a bit of DHA in them to make your skin get gradually tanner as you wear it. So I use this as part of my kind of serum routine in the morning, and I find that it keeps my face not completely pale. It just adds a bit of warmth to my skin, so that way when I put foundation on, it looks really nice. So that is my current fake tan routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see from me, and other than that, I hope you all are having a really great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!